Let's go hiking today. Gambrill Mill is part of the Monocacy National Battlefield. It is one of our go-to places to visit when we need just a short little trail to hike due to the time constraints of our daily lives. This short trail gets us into nature and it allows us to recharge our batteries for the world. The trail begins at the corner of the parking lot, across from the old mill and beside the pond. This boardwalk trail meanders through trees and alongside of a field and a stream. You even pass an abandoned shed that contains old machinery, and you will cross over that stream. Eventually, the boardwalk will end at an overlook that overlooks the Monocacy River. Now, this overlook isn't high, it's maybe 10 feet above the river, and there is a short path that will go down to the water's edge. At the riverside location, you will almost always see a variety of people. You'll see fishermen, you'll see people swimming and wading, you'll see people having picnics, you'll see boats on the water. I've seen kayaks and canoes and rafts, and almost always you see a dog frolicking in the water. This spot is well worth a visit on a hot summer's day, even if you just want to stick your toes in the water. But back to the overlook. The boardwalk ends at the overlook, but the trail does continue onward around the edge of the field, bordering the tree line. Along this area, there are various small trails that lead down to the stream and to little areas that people have picnicked and swam. This stream feeds into the Monocacy. The trail is short and it will loop back to the parking lot where that old mill is sitting. Nearby on a knoll sits the Gambrill house. Now, the mill was built in 1830, and it once was a thriving flour mill. And not only a flour mill stood here, there was a sawmill and other businesses owned by the same family. The mill and the local properties were used as a field hospital during the Civil War. The house was grand. It was richly ornamental, and it was lavishly furnished in its heyday. It was big, and it was a nice house. However, in 1897, there was a recession, and it caused the decline of the mills and the businesses, and eventually, the owners had to sell the property. Today, the NPS actually owns the property, and you are allowed to roam around on the property and see the history and the nature. The house, however, is unavailable for tours because it is acting as the headquarters for the Historic Preservation Training Center. This park is actually just a neat little park to visit, and if you ever have the chance, come and look at it. It is wonderful. Thanks for exploring with me. No excuses.